BattleBots is back in under a month, and the website has finally started to be updated with all the robots that will be competing this year. So I'm going to give you a rundown of my thoughts of each robot.
3, 2, 1, activate.
In alphabetical order, we start with Axe backwards. This has been completely rebuilt since last series. Brand new wheels, brand new axes facing backwards, and a brand new drum at the front. It looks quite good. It sort of reminds me of the barbarous robots from the classic series of Robot Wars, so I'm excited to see how well this robot does. Battle Saw is a ring spinner that drives on tracks. It's the only tracked robot, to my knowledge, that's in the competition this year, unless one of the other robots is tracked and I haven't realised, so that's fun. So a ring spinner, yes, the whole outside ring with all those triangular parts spins round, and it looks quite deadly. Could be good. Bite Force return as the current reigning champions once again, and they've painted their vertical spinner. Hurrah, hooray, and huzzah. So pleased that they've done that. It looked a little bit of a mess last series, but they look to be back on fighting form. I'm also interested to see if they use their Battlefront wedge. Black Dragon is a beta drum bot style thing from Brazil. This looks fierce, if I'm perfectly honest. It's got a really nice weapon on the front, some good low wedgelets at the front as well. Might be vulnerable at the back, as it looks like it's got quite high ground clearance, and just to trigger everyone, the wheels! Blacksmith returns this season to try and win a fight. Please let them win a fight. They've changed their colour scheme a bit to this lovely green with silver. The hammer has changed shape, the bodywork's changed shape slightly, and I really hope they do well this season. I really do, because I love Blacksmith, it's such a cool robot. Fiery hammer, yes. Bloodsport is a bar spinner. As you can see, it sort of looks like Megabyte, Gigabyte, other byte, but not. It has this awesome bar on it, and I know that they have interchangeable bars, so I'm really excited to see how well this robot does. I also hope it can self-right. Bombshell has regressed back to its 2016 variant, but with a new paint job. As you can see, this is it in its vertical spinner setup, and I think this was probably the best version of Bombshell we saw. It did really well, although so did the bar spinner version. I think that's back as well as the lifting one that we haven't actually seen fight yet, so that's my hope, we see it fight. Breaker Box is a bot with a lot of heritage. It even features in some of the Robot Arena 2 mod games, so yeah, Breaker Box, I really love it. It's got a very fast lifter, and it can disco dance its whole chassis around that lifter, so that's awesome. Bronco, definitely Bronco, is back, and they don't seem to have changed. This might just be me not noticing anything. There was a post on the BattleBots group on Facebook to say that it might be a little bit sort of less long than last season, so that would be good. Captain Shredderator returned this season. They have changed some things. As you can see on the top, they've changed their top armour to all these different parts of the sort of HDPE polycarb style protection on the top, and they've also changed the way that they mount their teeth on the spinner, which is a must really, because it broke last time. Kronos is a ring spinner, I want to say, as well. Ring spinner is my terminology for anything that spins around the outside of a body, not a body spinner which covers the top as well. This is a ring spinner, it's Kronos, and it's quite cool and has already dug up the floor of the test box, so there. Cobalt does not look anything like Cobalt used to. In fact, it looks more like this is fighting Robot's counterpart Tungsten, in that it has a spinner at the top of a very steep wedge. I'm looking forward to seeing how well this does. That spinner looks awesome, and yeah, excited for this one. Copperhead is a gorgeous robot. I absolutely love it. It's such a smooth looking design. It looks so natural and animalistic, and the drum is made of some nice looking material. I think it's copper. I'd hope it's copper, seeing as it's called Copperhead, but copper's a soft metal, isn't it? I don't know science. This is Daisy Cutter. That's all I have to say about Daisy Cutter, really. It's a box with this weapon on the front, and it's not invertible, and it can get stuck on its sides and its back, and... Okay. Death Roll is a really cool looking robot. It has returned from the last time we saw it in the 2016 series. It no longer has a tail, but it is more like its great white version, which we saw in King of Bots, and this is fighting robots as well. It has a Shremek that looks like a man holding a knife. You call that a knife? Deep Six is a massive bar spinner that spins vertically, and it's a mismatched weighted... How do you say that? I don't know. It's got a big bar spinner on it, and it looks absolutely ridiculously awesome, and I can't wait to see this in the arena. Yes, please. Double Jeopardy, yes, Double Jeopardy, have returned with 2 shots, 2 whole chances to shoot their opponents. And they also have improved the robot itself. It's now got a wedge at the front, it's better protected at the sides, and unfortunately it's not invertible, so that's a shame. Fix that one next. Duck has returned, and they've changed their lifting setup. They've actually gone for a breaker box style lifter, and I'm saying that because breaker box did it first, I think. But yes, the whole lifting arm can go all the way around the robot, and on the top of the head you can see the pointy thing that they're calling an axe. So that's going to be cool. I like Duck. This is Electric Ray. It has 2 bar spinners, one on each side of the robot, not on the front and back like you'd expect. It doesn't have a wedge, so it's not going to win that way. I think there's going to be a lot of sitting and spinning if it is going to win. I would love for it to prove me wrong, though, because it does look kind of cool. On the other hand, this is Endgame this season, and I'm not actually the biggest fan of this version of Endgame. I preferred last season's. I know it does have its Sunglasses Shremek, which is a fun gimmick, but ultimately, this version is lacking something for me. I'm not sure what it's lacking, but it's just a bit weird. This is Extinguisher. It is an axe bot, but that's not all it is. It has multi-weaponry that they can switch out whenever they feel like it. Obviously not during a fight, that would just be stupid. But it's a decent looking robot, and I'm excited to see all its different weapon configurations, because I don't think we have actually seen them yet. This is Falcon. This is by T.W.I.R.C, the first of 3 robots by T.W.I.R.C. It has 2 drum spinners, one on the front, one on the back. It does look quite suspect if it is to be left on its sides. I think that is the only way that you can defeat the Falcon. But it is quite an easy way. Foxic. No. Foxtrot? Yeah, Foxtrot. That's it. It is here. It is basically BattleBots Foxic. Yes. I thought that was meant to be Predator, but there we are. This looks awesome. I really like the Foxic machines, all of them, including Predator and Hyena and everything. I'm excited for this one. Free shipping is back, and it looks completely different to before, and I was right. They have actually built that forklifty thing that they showed off in the photos before. It kind of looks strange. It is basically Original Sin with a weapon mounted on top, and we thought that was free shipping last season, but this is more that. Gemini have returned with pointier armour and a different paint job. There's not really that much different, I don't think, to the actual robots themselves other than that. I know they did have to save a bit of weight here and there, so there are a few gaps in them this season, which is a shame. They weren't necessarily a bad team last season, so they could be good. Gigabyte Body Spinner, I'm sorry, is here once again, and they have taken the green out of their paint scheme. No green, you're not a primary colour. Yes, I said primary. We also have a brand new Shremek bar that is solidly made this time, so that's good. We also have Gruff, the mighty dragon this season. It is a clamper lifter flamethrower, if I've got that right. It can clamp down by bringing the jaw down, then those front tines at the front of it can lift, and lastly the 2 cannon type things either side of that are the flamethrowers, so that's going to be cool. Huge is here again, and it's got, I'm sorry, it has a blue bar spinner this time, spinning vertically, and some blue eyes, and the wheels have changed. I've also seen a different photo that shows off that they have actually got rubber to go round the wheels, so tyre bits. That's good. Hydra is I want to say hydraulic flipper. I think I've read that somewhere, that it's hydraulic, not pneumatic, which will be interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a hydraulic flipper before, but there it is. I love the paint scheme, it looks awesome. Suspect weaponry, perhaps. This is the new look Hypershock, and I absolutely love it. Bit annoyed that I made my own Hypershock, and then they changed it, but hey, never mind. It's got a Shremek this season to get back up. It's got bits to help it drive upside down better. It's got one single vertical spinner at the front and a cool new wedge at the front as well. Awesome looking. Just like Jasper. Good name for a robot. Jasper is, I think it's a multi-weapon bot as well. I think that's how it was designed, at least. It has this hammer function you can see. I also think it's got an overhead spinner type thing like Vulture from Robot Wars Series 10. Yeah, it looks good. This is Kingpin. What is it? What is it? I don't like it. I don't understand. I just don't understand it. It's wheel. The chains are on the outside and the ground clearance. Moving very swiftly on, this is the new look for Kraken, and I absolutely love it. It's still a crusher. It's still got its two crushing teeth on the front, and it's also got a flamethrower this season, so I'm excited to see that in action. I really like the new look Kraken. It looks awesome. Still not a Kraken though. Kraken's squids. This is the new look Lockjaw, and don't be upset if you can't see any differences to it, because neither can I. I'm sure there are some. If you know what they are, please do put it in the comments. I just don't know what the differences are. I want to guess at the front lifting forks. Okay, that's my guess. The new look Lucky looks almost identical as well to its last season counterpart. I can see that the front bit of the flipper is different. That is a definite change, and some of the wedge configuration has changed slightly as well. Are the wheels further back at the front? I don't know. This is Mad Catter, and I actually really like this machine. I don't know why. It just sort of appeals to me. I like it. It's got an axe, and then it's got two lifting things as well, just in case the axe fails, unless it's acting like a clamper, which is also awesome. Great. Mammoth! I love Mammoth. Don't ask me to explain why, because everything should tell me it's bad again. But it's not. It's just fun, isn't it? At a previous live event, they swallowed Foxic, which is now Foxtrot, so I'm excited to see that rematch, maybe. That'd be good. This is Marvin. It is a spinner made of plastic by the look of things, which is an interesting choice. It's built by Hannah Rucker. I think that's her name. Basically, the guy from Team Duck, Hal Rucker. Yeah, it is Rucker. Hal Rucker's daughter. Minotaur this series isn't helping me a lot. There's something about it I don't like. I can't quite put my finger on it. Whether it's the fact that the wheels are like showing so much at the top and bottom, so something like Whiplash can get in easily and get rid of that, or whether it's the new drum, I'm not sure, but yeah. Meanwhile, the new Monsoon looks absolutely awesome. I really like it. It's angled slightly differently. The armour is angled differently. The weapon has been thickened up. The whole mount for the weapon, in fact, has been thickened up. Yeah, this is going to be a really awesome contender this series, I think. Nelly the Ellybot packed her trunk and said goodbye to the circus because she went to America, where she competed in BattleBots. First of all, the team outfits are awesome, let me just say that. Also, the robot looks absolutely fantastic as well. I'm looking forward to seeing Nelly bonk everyone. They know how that sounds, yeah. P1 is a race car, and that on its own is awesome. The fact that it's a front hinge flipper, the first one we've seen in the reboot of BattleBots, I think, makes it even more awesome. It's my favourite weapon type. because I love it when they throw things away from it, just like, nope. Yeah, great. The new Petunia looks like an absolute beast. I absolutely adore it. It's got a really nice looking crusher. They've angled it slightly differently so it will actually crush this time. They seem to have made it sharper as well, and the new paintwork is fantastic. Best of luck, Team Petunia. I mean it. Team Unicorn have brought Pinkie. I don't know whether they can call it Pinkie Pie just by like legal rights and that, because it is copyright My Little Pony. But yes, Pinkie, at the very least, is a bar spinner. And it's quite a generic bar spinner, but I think it could do well. It looks half decent, so yeah, I'll give it a go. This is Quantum. I think you all know my opinion of Quantum. It is actual beauty defined in a robot. The metalwork on it is fantastic. It's just so natural. The curves are amazing. The paintwork's fantastic. I love Spectre anyway, so yes, please win. Ragnarok is an Axebot built by T.W.I.R.C and Jack Tweedy from Team Monsoon for T.W.I.R.C and Team Vanquish for Jack Tweedy. It looks really, really good. It's one of the best looking Axebots we've had in a few years, so yeah, like it a lot. Railgun Max is a drum spinner, and again, I really like this. I think I like this more because somebody built it out of Lego, and it looks almost identical. The weapon works. It's amazing. So go and have a look. It was on Facebook, on their Facebook page, so have a look at that. But yes, Railgun Max looks awesome. Ribbit is a frog, and that's sort of it for Ribbit. It's cute, I suppose. It's got interchangeable weaponry, but at the end of the day, it has frog legs sticking out, and damage goes highly in BattleBots, so I can't see it doing well. Rotator this season has made an interesting change, and I'm not sure I'm happy with it. They've taken the wheel guards off, although it does look like they can mount them again. Maybe they won't though because of weight, I don't know. But they've also, I don't know whether they've done this or not, but it looks higher off the ground than it used to. I think we can all agree Sawblaze was incredible last season. That said, this season's version has disappointed me a little, and I would be lying if I didn't say so. They've gone for overhead spinner, and I can see why they've done that, but I love the saw attacks. Their front wedges don't look great, and neither does their battle wedge. That's another option. At the tail end of last year, this team said they were selling Sharkoprian. They haven't done that, and now they're competing at BattleBots again, and I love them for it because I love Sharkoprian. It's such a good looking robot, and I think they've given it another paint job. Either that, or it just looks perfect from last season, so yes, Sharkoprian, yes. One of the robots that I was really impressed with in King of Bots was Blue, which was a very, very pink robot. The team who built it have brought Shatter to BattleBots, this robot here, and I'm very excited for that because omnidirectional wheels are fantastic and I love them. The axe looks fierce, yes please. This is Shell Shock. It's based on a turtle. It has a pointy bit on top for some reason. I'm assuming that's to help itself right, although it just might be a cool thing to have on top of it. The thing I hadn't realised about Shell Shock is how small it is. It's really well designed and very compact, so kudos to the team. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Unlike Sidewinder, which has a spinner mounted to the side again. I hope this isn't a thing that's going to start happening. I really do, because I don't understand it. I am happy to be proven wrong. I'm more than happy to be proven wrong, so please, I hope they do well. Scorpios this season has copied Sawblaze. Either that or Sawblaze has copied Scorpios. Anyway, they've both gone for the vertical spinner overhead attack this season, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it was just natural progression, but yes, here is the new Scorpios. I quite like it. Son of T.W.I.R.C doesn't look any different to me. Does it to you? Tell me in the comments. What do you notice? Please notice something, because I don't, and it's winding me up a bit. Maybe they just haven't changed anything. Is the shape different? I don't know. This is Sub-Zero. I know, I couldn't believe it either. I thought it was Bronco. But yes, this is the new Sub-Zero. I adore it. It's amazing. I love it. It's got a really cool flipper. It's all in white, as Sub-Zero should be, and it's up for sale now. If you want to go and buy it, do. Tantrum this season looks incredible. The weapon looks amazing, and I really wanted to win some fights. It's got a puncher. I know. And it's not one of the fists, unfortunately, but it is that disc you can just about see on top. Well, it's a sort of drum, but it spins up and then it, like, shoots forwards like a fist does when it goes to punch somebody. It looks awesome. Texas Twister is another robot that I actually quite like. It's got a massive, great spinner at the front, angled right down to the floor, so if it catches the floor, it's just going to rip up the floor and then go sailing off into the distance. I really like it. I don't know why, just do. The Four Horsemen now has 6 robots. That's right. That's 2 more than last season. I don't understand why. I sort of like them this season. There's an undercutter sword type robot called Pizza. That's a cutter. It's a pizza cutter. I get it now. Okay, thank you. Here is a new version of Tombstone, and this is big news. It has polycarb on top, protecting it. It's thin polycarb, but it's still something else there to help protect it, and that new bar looks hella shiny, so yeah, Tombstone. How has nobody managed to get its wheels yet? I don't understand. Uppercut. I have a feeling that I actually preferred the concept art to the finished thing. Uppercut looks peculiar, and I'm not sure how well it's going to work. It looks as though it will work whichever way up it is, unless it's put on its face, in which case it won't. Valkyrie this season I want to do well. I want it in the top 16 because it is a remarkably good robot. It has a new bar undercutter spinner, which is just awesome. And yeah, I really love Valkyrie, and I hadn't realised quite how much I love Valkyrie until I saw its fight against Scorpio's Overhaul last season. Sorry. This is Wanhu. It's a Chinese team, the first Chinese team other than Railgun Max to enter BattleBots. And these guys were announced first, so I'm counting these guys as the first and Railgun Max as the second. But they're both in at the same time, so who cares? It's an interesting looking robot. It sort of reminds me of Pulsar a bit. This is the new look Warhawk. They've covered up all their motors and everything that were underneath that sort of metalwork on the back. I really like the new look Warhawk. I love the fact that they've got tools on their front wedge. I'm just excited to see this robot in action because it did really well last season, better than I thought it would. Ladies and gentlemen, my pick for the series champion this season is Whiplash. Yes, I really like Whiplash. It's a really good looking robot. It looks awesome in the sort of highlighter colour. I did like the red, but this also looks good. I think they could go all the way this season, so best of luck to them. Don't let me down. Although the new Witch Doctor looks awesome as well. I really, really like the new Witch Doctor. They've got rid of that massive great plough that was just blocking their weapon last season, and they've put these 2 side pods on instead. They've got the Shremek as usual. They've got really cool bony tyres. Oh, it's just a really nice theme, isn't it? And lastly, this is the new look Yeti, and unfortunately we've got to finish on a bit of a sour note because I don't really like the new look Yeti. It's got some weird choices, like the chassis coming out too far, sort of blocking the drum, and the weird motor on top. I'm supposing that that's to help them, but ultimately I just don't like it. And so those are the 60 odd robots that are competing in this season of BattleBots. What do you think of them? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Now, I will be reviewing every episode of BattleBots, or at least I will do my very best to. I don't quite know when I'm going to find time to, because at the minute I'm struggling to find time to do the news as well, but, you know, there'll be a point, I'm sure. Maybe Saturday, I could review it on Saturday and then upload it later in the week. Who knows? Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, do subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I shall see you on Sunday for This Week in Robot Combat, where there'll be a brief version of this, basically. I might do my top 5 from the photos we've been shown. That's a good idea. I'll do that. Right, see you there. Bye.